Waking up spiritually feels like breaking the surface after a long dive underwater. Suddenly you're gasping for the fresh air of reality, while others continue to swim in a pool of illusions. This spiritual awakening alters the very fabric of your existence, and from that point on, there's no turning back. The doors behind you disappear, leaving only the path ahead. In this newfound freedom, there's also a sense of confinement, like standing on a mountaintop, breathing fresh air, but looking down at those you care about, stuck in the valley below. They seem content, engrossed in their daily routines, chasing comfort, power, and the illusion of control. You might wonder if your awakening is a blessing or a burden. Why seek self-discovery when others are content in ignorance? It's a challenging journey, but rest assured, it's worth the trek. Though the terrain can be rough, the views you encounter are beyond imagination. However, like any transformative experience, spiritual awakening comes with its own set of side effects. They're neither good nor bad, they simply are. Think of it as adjusting to a new altitude. You're breathing different air now, and it may take time to acclimate. Today we'll explore the lesser-known side effects of spiritual awakening, those quiet whispers that nobody prepares you for, but almost everyone experiences. Confusion. Imagine waking up after a vivid dream, and for a moment everything is quiet. Then reality floods in, replacing the silence with puzzling thoughts and questions. What just happened? Is this normal? Why is this happening to me? This confusion often follows a spiritual awakening. Even if you've spent years on the spiritual path, reading sacred texts and diving deep into practices, awakening is like arriving in a foreign country with unfamiliar customs and language. The mind, accustomed to navigating familiar landscapes, struggles with this new, uncharted territory. During this time, it's natural to seek anchors in spiritual teachings, books, and philosophies, yearning to validate your experience and give it a name. However, it's essential not to let this confusion escalate into panic or obsessive searching. While it's tempting to find immediate answers, sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from sitting with the unknown. Confusion can be a fog that forces you to slow down, become present, and observe your surroundings more closely. Instead of compulsively seeking external validations, allow moments of silence to permeate. Silence in its quiet power can bridge the gap to a deeper understanding. It connects you to a state of being that doesn't require immediate answers, a space where you can just be. Remember, the ultimate compass is within you. You don't always need a map to navigate the waters of awakening. Sometimes you just need to be still and let the currents guide you. The questions you face are signposts, urging you to explore further and deeper. Embrace the unknown, for the beauty of awakening is that it continually unfolds, revealing layers you never knew existed. Confusion isn't a roadblock, it's a detour, a winding path rich with scenic vistas that you'd miss on the straight road. Disconnection. Imagine tuning into a new radio station that broadcasts music resonating deep within your soul. But as you tune in, other stations become static, distorted, or completely silent. This encapsulates the feeling of disconnection often experienced during a spiritual awakening. As you draw closer to your authentic self, the circle around you may begin to change. Interactions with old friends become tricky, and you might find yourself retreating into silence where you once engaged freely. Topics that once captivated you now feel superficial, and people who were once your anchors seem distant. Your priorities shift rapidly. Awakening can feel like you're inhabiting new skin, and it's not uncommon to feel lonely during this transformative phase. You may yearn for meaningful conversations and connections that nourish rather than deplete your spiritual energy. In this disconnection, it's crucial to embrace your new self, even if it confuses or alienates others. This journey is about being authentic to yourself, not about pleasing others. It can be challenging not to be influenced or hurt by the majority, but remember why you embarked on this journey, to be true to yourself. During this delicate time, safeguard your newfound self like a tender sprout. Connect with spiritual allies who listen without judgment and provide a sanctuary for your evolving beliefs. Choose spaces where your heart feels heard, rather than places that force you to defend your journey. Remember, you're growing at your own pace and in your own direction. Though isolating at first, you're not alone. Reach out to kindred spirits who can nourish your soul, just as rain and soil nurture a sapling. Disconnection isn't an end. It's a transitional phase, like crossing a bridge from the old world to the new. On the other side, you'll find different but equally valuable connections that align with your authentic self. Awakening isn't a magical switch that dissolves the ego and brings perpetual serenity. In fact, it often means experiencing more pain, not less. Awakening peels back layers of ignorance, revealing everything, even the dust and stains that were always there but not visible before. In an awakened state, you're more aware of your actions and their impact. Every emotion, every interaction carries more weight. This heightened awareness can lead to a deeper sense of pain, as you're not just connected to your own suffering, but also to the collective pain of the world. Your senses are heightened, and empathy and sensitivity become more prominent features of your awakened state. It might seem counterintuitive, but this pain is a positive indicator of your deep connection to life. Trying to block out the pain won't work. It will only return with greater intensity. Instead, find ways to express this heightened sensitivity. Allow yourself to feel and express pain. It's not a sign of weakness, but of profound strength. By giving pain an outlet, you're not just releasing it, you're also transforming it into something meaningful. Think of it as a pressure release valve. You need to let some of it out to prevent an explosion. Increased pain post-awakening is a call to be more authentic, compassionate, and in tune with life's complexities. Acknowledge the pain and see it as a tool for deeper understanding and connection, both with yourself and the world. The journey of awakening often leads to an existential crisis. It's a perplexing stage where the question, "Who am I?" becomes a pressing dilemma. Your old identity feels either too tight or too loose, like a jacket you've outgrown. You're caught in a limbo, unable to connect with your old self, but also unsure about the emergent you. Questions about your purpose and existence become urgent and compelling, turning what once was abstract into a pressing concern. This is a tumultuous phase, like standing at a crossroads with countless paths spiraling in all directions, each claiming to be your true path. It's daunting and, let's be honest, a bit terrifying. During this crisis, acknowledge that you can't turn back. Your old self is a chapter that's ended, and trying to reopen it will only bring discontent. Don't rush the process. Unanswered questions are uncomfortable, but they signify that you're on the brink of deeper understanding. If you have access to a mentor or guide, now is the time to seek their wisdom. If you're navigating this alone, place your trust in the universe. Think of it as a long road trip without visible signs. It doesn't mean you're lost, just that you haven't reached the next marker. Continue the journey, taking in the view, and eventually you'll find the signs that guide you toward your next phase. Your existential crisis may feel like a never-ending loop of uncertainty, but it's a stage that almost every awakened individual must navigate. The fact that you're questioning is proof of your growth. Even without immediate answers, the quest for them is progress. This step is crucial in gaining a deeper understanding of who you truly are. Awakening can be so illuminating that it's easy to feel like you've unlocked some cosmic secret. You might start seeing yourself as someone special, a guide in a seemingly lost world. This sense of being chosen or superior can creep into your consciousness, leading to a strong urge to awaken others. However, it's essential to remember that your path is yours alone. Everyone has their journey, complete with individual lessons and timing. Trying to accelerate someone else's spiritual progress is like forcing a flower bud to bloom. It won't hasten the process and may even cause harm. Don't mistake empathy for a free pass to give unsolicited advice. Good intentions can sometimes translate into unwarranted interference. Instead, hold your wisdom close, unless it's sought after. Your primary tool should be love, pure, non-judgmental love. Love can gently nudge people toward new perspectives without making them feel pressured. Think of conversations as a cup of tea. Love should be the water, the base, and your wisdom the tea leaves, subtly flavoring the interaction without overwhelming it. If someone is ready and open, they'll ask for more. Otherwise, a warm cup of water is comforting in itself. Remember, awakening is a unique and deeply personal experience. While your insights might seem like the missing puzzle piece for someone else's journey, they may not be ready to incorporate them into their life picture. And that's perfectly okay. Continue to share your love freely and keep your wisdom ready for those who genuinely seek it. Awakening is both a gift and a challenge. A dance between clarity and confusion. Let your authentic journey guide you, and let your empathy enrich the world around you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. For deeper dives into spirituality, consider joining our membership.